how do we set that standard, and what vision do you guys see this year for this team?
Hosting the tournament?
Hosting the tournament. You talking about the conference tournament? Okay.
A really strong sense of unity.
Strong sense of unity. Perfect. What else? And then what? I mean, because look, in my opinion, you guys are in that conversation where who knows what can happen, right? I mean, if you guys take care of business, there shouldn't be anybody in Ohio that wants to come to Muskingum and play. So are those goals and vision that you can see happening here in this program? And again, these are things you can build on, but I do want to encourage you to, those are big telescopic goals, and that's good, but I also want you to get into the mindset of microscopic goals as well. You know, win that first pitch of the year, win that first inning of the year, win game 1, then go 10-0. Focus on stacking these goals, these wins on top of one another, and then when May rolls, by that time you've already hit 6, 7, 8 of your goals. We've built these, we've stacked these. Now we're exactly where we want to be to go into the conference tournament. Who are you going to worry about when you get there? You rely on what you guys can do, and we never rise to the level of our competition. We always fall back to the level of our training and our capabilities. So we constantly build that process up, worrying about ourselves and focusing on ourselves. So can you control your results all the time? No. You can only control your attitude, effort, energy, right? And you're building that culture, you're building that closeness, that sisterhood. But if you win this moment, you're already a little bit closer to the end result that you ultimately want, that everybody wants. Okay, so focus on where your feet are and be the best possible version of yourself right here, right now. And let everything else go. You can't control the results all the time, but you can control staying focused and locked in right now in this moment. What's important now? You're all one team, and hold your best friends accountable. What does mental toughness mean?
Being able to deal with adversity and still kind of like moving on. I feel like that and resilience are the same.
Yeah, being able to look at obstacles, being able to still respond to those obstacles, but even more, if the more you work on your mental toughness, if you will, or what we do our training is called elite mindset. You start looking at those obstacles or even setbacks as opportunities. Be resilient. That's mental toughness. Being able to handle things that you had no control over, that didn't go your way, with a positive mindset, and being able to still perform at a high level. You know, when you get 2 bad pitches called on you at the plate, that'll test your mental toughness, right? Keep yourself in check. But that's kind of what it is, being resilient, being able to overcome those obstacles and seeing them. Once you get to the point where you're seeing them as a positive and it's an opportunity for growth, that's when you really start making some strides.
We always talk about our why. And like if we know our why, and like how when things get tough and like you do face adversity, why? Your why helps you, or how your why helps you push through it.
That's a great point. Yeah, your why is what gets you through things when you don't feel like doing, right? You guys do 6 o'clock workouts? That sounded like sometimes you don't like to get up out of bed.
I'm not a morning person.
Not a morning
But
person.
I am for softball.
Why? Your why is what gets you through those tough times when you don't feel like doing something, right? Your why is stronger than your feelings. When we talk about positivity and our attitude has to be stronger than our feelings. Everybody wants to win, and I'm a big process guy, and all of our training that we do at Mindset Matters Athletics is on process. Set up a process and challenge yourself every day to get a little bit better, just a little bit better.
I'm going to speak up and say I think excellence is really important because that covers
Thank you,
all
Coach.
aspects of what we do.
Excellence is a goal in everything you do. If you're a better friend, if you're a better teammate, if you're more coachable, if you're excellent at all of these things, is that going to translate onto the field? And you don't beat yourself up when you make a mistake, because we're not shooting for perfection. We're not perfect, but we want to be excellent, and that starts with excellent behavior. The habits that you implement, the standard of those habits, how good they are, how high that bar is, you live up to that, you're gonna raise your level of excellence. But be excellent in everything you do. Sprint on the field, make the plays, sprint off the field, do your job. But want the ball, right? I wanna get to my spot because I want you to hit me the ball. I want the ball, right? But excellence is key. Why?
You need to be able to be coachable, so you need to have an open mind to what is being taught to you.
Here's the deal. I promise you, when you're that person that's doing that below the line behavior and someone comes and talks to you and says, hey, this is happening, we gotta fix it, are you gonna be comfortable? Nope. That's where the trust comes in. That's where all of these conversations beforehand, you're building up that trust with your teammates, because that way, when you do have that, I'm not just picking on. I promise you, you're not gonna get as far as you need to be if you don't include. Some of these freshmen, I don't know who they are gonna contribute big time this year. At some point, whether it's a pinch hit, whether it's starting, I don't care what it is, someone's going to contribute out of this group. Your job is to make sure that happens. Families fight or argue, yeah, they do. And you know what? Families get over it. Make sure you stick together. Sisterhood is a huge, huge one, because that's that ultimate culture piece, I think, that you can trust each other.
Ownership.
What?
Ownership.
Ownership. Everybody think of ownership. I kind of like it. Right? Own everything. You mess something up, what do? Own it. You got 10, so here we go. Right here.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Mental toughness. I put that with resilience. Like slashed it.
So we're gonna have 11? Can't have them.
Well, no, it's just-
No, it's just slash.
I don't think
It's
it's
the same
like-
thing. Same thing.
It's not 11 bullet
No, I have-
points.
Yeah.
10 bullet points. It's like
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Come on, Captain.
Accountability. Do you want mental toughness or resilience?
Mental toughness.
Mental toughness, passionate, selflessness, excellence, loyal. Do you want loyal or trust? Trust, discipline, open-minded, sisterhood, ownership.
So, take a piece of paper, next page, just did one across, is it
Yeah,
above the
'cause,
line,
like,
below the
above,
line?
yeah.
Or just draw one across the page and
I wanna do it
top
this
as
way.
well. Student, and then below that, player. All right, so we're going to start with, because we stay positive, we're gonna do positive first. We're gonna start with above the line behavior, some individual, above the line behaviors. Be on time. Is that important? Yeah, it's really important, because it's a sign of respect, right? So that's, I gave you the first one, give me another one.
Attitude.
Positive attitude. I was doing some research on positive attitude the other day. You know, you live longer with a positive attitude. You have less health issues. You have less doctor's visits. Be prepared. Be trustworthy, right? How about that?
I don't know if this applies, but like taking care of your body, like in general.
In general, not just, yeah, that can be one for almost all of it, right? Now, bottom of the line behavior. Person,
Bad attitude.
bad attitude. Being late.
Excuses.
Excuses, period.
Yeah.
Right? Excuses. Excuses are lies, right?
Selfish.
Selfish? Yep. You start hearing excuses come out of someone's mouth, that needs to be stopped right away. Yeah, excuses are lies. Don't buy into it. It just, no one wants to hear it. Not everyone. What else?
Being negative.
Negativity. Energy vampire, right? You're adding value, you're not adding value, you're adding energy, you're taking it away, there's no neutral. Missing class. Not doing your work.
Not communicating with professors.
Not communicating with professors. How about being on your phone in class? How about cheating? Not asking for help when you need it. All right, what about player? Cutting corners. What might that be?
Not going through the line.
Skipping reps.
Skipping reps. Taking the easy way.
Is it easy to skip reps when you're in the weight room?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see it every day with my high school girls. And like, we talk about it. And we're getting better at it. I mean, because it gets back to who are you cheating? And your team, but you're cheating yourself a lot. But I think it gets to, at least my high school girls, it gets more to them when they let their teammate down, or let somebody else down. You know, so don't ever cut corners. That's a really good one. And that's one of the biggest areas. One, the weight room is where you get your best gains. You get stronger and you get faster in the weight room. So don't cheat that. Take advantage of everything you can. Yes.
Close-minded.
Close-minded. You know more than the coach, right? You're not coachable. How's that? Put that one on there. You're not coachable. How long does that last? Because you're gonna have a boss one day when you get to the job. You don't like every boss you work for. I promise you. What else?
Throwing equipment.
Throwing equipment. Talking negative about the program. And
Yeah.
here's another thing. Pressures are privileged, but so's playing here at Muskingum. It's not your right. You've got an opportunity to play at maybe one of the best D3 programs in the country. Is that what we want to think about it, right? That's what we want it to be, right? We want to be playing for championships. That's our goal here. You don't have a right to be here. It's a privilege to be here. You've earned your way here. Now you got to earn your way to be champions, right? So make sure you understand that.
Coachable.
Not being approachable.
Like trying to get teams so you have to like make it approach you.
Get defensive when someone comes to talk to you about something. And here's again, folks, it's not easy. No one likes being told you're not doing something right. I get it. But if you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to be coachable and you have to listen to and look for feedback. Okay, feedback is huge, and you've got to be that person. You know, I kind of like what you said. You don't like to hear someone telling you, good job, which I know you do, and you might say that. But here's the deal. A real big-time competitor that wants to be better than everybody else, I mean, you want to be better than everybody in this room. I don't care what you do. They want to hear what I can do better, not what I did a minute ago. How do I get better? Okay? That's how you get to that ultimate competition with yourself. That competitor and that player, in your mind, seek out that feedback on what I can do better, what I need to get better in. That's Kobe Bryant. I'm just telling you, one of the best competitors that ever played any sport. And he wanted to get better at three-point shooting. So you know what he decided to do? He decided to make 1,000 three-point shots before every practice. Make 1,000 3-point shots before every practice. Take me 3 days to make 1,000. I don't even know if I can shoot 1,000 3-point shots. That's when no one's there. He's just there by himself because he probably spent 2 or 3 hours before practice shooting 3-point shots. And do that. Take that feedback when you're hearing it. Hey, this is what you need to do to get better. You need to get in the weight room. You've got to get stronger. You're right there. You're right on the edge to being one of the best players in this conference. You gotta get stronger. Don't take that as a kick or a knock. Take that as, hey, I got a shot to be really good here. Use it as a challenge.
A lack of ownership.
Lack of ownership. Pointing fingers. Lying. That undermines trust, right? If you guys don't trust each other, it's going to be really, really impactful on your culture, and it's not going to be a positive thing on your culture, obviously.
Just going through the motions instead of like putting in the work.
Just going through the motions. You're just here. We got practice today. I'm going to get through it, and that's a good one. I didn't see. Again, you guys might have just been stepping it up that day that I was here. I did not see that. You know, I didn't sit there and watch every play of every person here. Obviously, there's a lot going on that day, and a lot of different stations happening. A lot of people doing a lot of different things, and I saw a lot of intentional work being done. So I think that's something that you guys should be proud of. And the coaches have a practice plan to put together, and you guys are executing that practice plan. That's your job. All right, so we got our mission. We got our vision. We've covered our principles. We've covered above the line and below the line behaviors. Does anybody have any questions? Look, guys, I really, really appreciate you guys spending time with me today, and the last couple times it's been a ball. I'm learning a lot every time I come and talk to you. That's why I'm called coach today. I just want to get in front of your kids and talk to them, get this thing going a little bit. I'm going to be following you guys. Hopefully I'll get to a couple ball games, and don't hesitate to reach out. Coaches have my contact information. But here's the deal. You're in college for 4 years, maybe 5. College is a short time period, okay? But I can tell you it's one of the best times of your life, and you get to make some really, really, really good friends and spend a lot of good times with a lot of people that love doing the same things you do. And you will not have that again very often. So take advantage of it and make it the best it can be. And you guys take this program and this culture from where it was when we got here, make it better. Okay? So appreciate it. And if you have any questions, we're done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick, before we leave, I want to challenge all of you guys to do the high five all the time with each other. Because that energy we talked about, that positive energy, sharing it with each other, there's nothing more than just going up and giving somebody a high five when they go make a play or when they don't make a play. Every time you're on the field, coming on and off the field, when you're on the bench and your teammates are coming in, high five. When they're going out on the field between innings, what do the outfielders do? High five. Infielders, you go see the pitcher in the middle, do it. Make that connection, okay? That's all.
Yes.
Good job.